Welcome to Hairstyles by Jay.
Who is Nell Oliver? From the largest landmass in the Bahamas, home of the world-famous bonefish, the island of the mystical Chicharni, Andros Island. This is the island where a young innocent girl born in a meager family upbringing decided to embark on her journey to become an international hairstylist. Nell Oliver is her name. Nell started in the beauty industry at the age of 13, learning to braid and style ponytails in her grandmother's home. But she had much bigger dreams. After graduating, she traveled to Harbor Island, the island where most billionaires reside, with the pink sandy beaches, also known as home of the friendliest people. Nell outgrew her small island community of Harbor Island and took a chance, moving to Nassau to compete amongst the best the Bahamas has to offer. In a short space of time, Nell became a household name in Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas, where 80% of the population lives. This is not the end of her ambition to become an international hairstylist on the world stage. Nell took many courses in the beauty industry locally and internationally, perfecting her craft. She traveled around the United States of America to many hair shows, meeting other celebrity stylists like herself. In 2018, Nell decided to take a leap of faith and compete in the Bona Brothers Hair Show in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Bona Brothers Hair Show is the largest, most prestigious celebrity hair show in North America. Nell made such an impact coming from the small island nation of the Bahamas, competing on the world stage, that she became close friends to Shekinah. Shekinah is a celebrity hairstylist and reality TV star from the hit show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So, what is next for Nell? International stardom? Bahamas to the world, competing on the world stage? Stay tuned.
I love classiness. I'm a classy girl. I just love it. I just love how I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see it. 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 Oh my God.
Our vision. Hairstyles by Jay will be a full-service beauty salon dedicated to consistently providing high customer satisfaction by rendering excellent service, quality products, and furnishing an enjoyable atmosphere at an affordable price and value point. Hairstyles by Jay will also maintain a friendly, family-oriented, fair and creative work environment which will respect diversity, ideas, and hard work. Hairstyles by Jay will also carry its own brand of high-quality hairline and hair products for a diversified market.
Here at Studio Life with Nell Oliver, we have a makeup artist who's known as Dominic, who is also known as my friend, Kabuki. Hey Dominic.
Hey everyone.
So, I want to ask a question. What inspired you to be a makeup artist?
It started when I had just started college studying biochemistry, and at the time I needed another source of income, and I was always good at art. And a friend of mine was like, you know, there's a makeup store opening downtown, or had just opened, and I think you should just go and see what they're saying. And I went and I did the interview and I got hired on the spot. Now initially I knew nothing about makeup, but not in the degree that a makeup artist should know. But they started training me and it developed into a craft that I enjoyed. So it was, for me, it was expressing the art part of myself after school.
So is there any makeup artist that inspired you, specifically inspired you? Is there a particular makeup artist?
I think I'm more inspired by things around me than people. And I said to say this. I walk outside and I see a building, depending on how it's painted, etc. I get inspiration from that with color theory, as well as just nature stuff, just the atmosphere, just walking around and seeing things and seeing colors and seeing patterns. I think that inspires me more than an actual person.
As a male artist in this industry, what challenges have you faced being a makeup artist?
I would say the small-minded people in our nation who tend to believe that jobs that are assigned to women or men should stay just that. But it's good when you break barriers and you change people's perception. And what I've learned over the years and coming into contact with other people, for example, female construction workers, they tend to go above and beyond, etc. As in any field that's predominantly invaded by the opposite sex that's supposed to be. So walking in, there were a lot of, oh my god, you're a guy doing makeup? I didn't know guys do makeup. And then you do your work and you blow them away. And I always say, whenever you're the outcast out or the person out, that goes with everything in this life. Just being a black person in a white dominated world, you have to work 10 times harder. So you put in more work, and it's the same thing with me in this industry. So I put in a lot of work to get where I am right now.
Yeah. So what is your signature look? Like, you know, sometimes you can tell that, okay, you go to a certain makeup artist and you be like, I know who did your face. Like, this right here is done by another artist. So what is your signature look when it comes to doing makeup?
I don't want to say I have a signature look per se, but over the years, you tend to hone your craft into a particular area that you like. And natural, more enhancement is what I do now more than anything else. I started doing makeup before the Instagram age of makeup. And it was only the women at the beauty bar and downtown, the very few that were doing makeup. And to see the transition from, I don't want to say clownish, to overly exaggerated, going through the eras, natural is more my niche.
What are your go-to products to achieve a flawless look?
For me, it starts with you, and that's skincare. Your makeup would look better if you have amazing skin, and that's pushing towards using products at home and creating a skin regimen for yourself. It's like painting a wall. You come to me with a cracked wall and I put paint on it, you're gonna see the cracks. So if you prime the wall and you get it ready before you come to me, if I paint over it, it's going to look flawless. It's the same thing as skin.
Can you tell our audience how they can get in contact with you? And what social platforms that you can find you on?
So mainly I use Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram handle is Kabuki Paint and my Facebook is Dominic Kabuki.
We have a guy famous Dominic Kabuki. So he will be giving us some looks today, and our look will be inspired by wedding, soft, glam, and more glamorous looks for, you know, some of those brides that want that extra in their faces. And then we also have the soft look for another bride. So we'll see you soon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good. So we're going to create a natural glam look on you today. Are there any concerns?
No concerns. I've seen your work. That's awesome.
So you're ready, prepped your skin, you're hydrated, and we're ready to start. Okay, let's do it. So very rarely you're going to find foundation that matches your skin perfectly. So we tend to have to mix a few colors together to get the right shade. Always start with a little bit and build your way up. Build the coverage up to where you want it. One of the biggest misconceptions a lot of people have about makeup is that you need a lot. You don't. And I start with the outer perimeter of the face before the inner, because I like for your face and your body to kind of be the same color, at least close to it. For me, the most important factor when picking your foundation is checking the undertone, because whatever you put on your face, your makeup is going to oxidize and set in that color. Are you ready to see yourself?
Yes. I'm in love with me all over again. Nice, light. I'm loving it.
Gorgeous. Thank you guys for embarking on this journey with me, and I hope to hear from you soon. Okay, so we're going to do our second model for today, and this look is going to be just natural. It's going to be a step above, barely there, but not as dramatic as the first look. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is our natural look completed. Thank you guys for tuning in.
My doll is already beat from Dominic Kabuki, and we are now going into her styling, which will be a vintage, nice, soft, elegant look for her, and she'll be waiting next in line, right? Right, you do? Yes. So let's get with this. You ready? You ready next?
Yes.
You ready for the slate?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you ladies. At what age do you think that you should get married? You know, like what do you think is the right age to get married? Because I know like sometimes you're young and you feel like you're so in love and you feel like you're ready, you know, but sometimes you don't be ready, you know. So at what age? Because Judy, you've been married before.
Yes, I got married very young at 26. And I think that for young women, and what I love so much about the culture now is that women are now owning who they are. They're now developing themselves more. Even if they choose not to go down the education route, they might choose to develop themselves in business or just self-care, personal development. And being 26 at the time, getting married, I did not know who I was. And so at this point right now, I would say about age 31. Once you get past that 30 threshold, you should have had an idea of who you are, what you want to do, what kind of partner you want, their morals, their character, their beliefs, also the things you bring to the table as well. And yeah, I think 31 is a good age once you get past that 30 threshold.
Yeah. I do agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that also.
Because Nikki was married too, right?
Yeah, I was married at a young age, and I agree with her as a 30-something because being young, you have this mindset of you know it all, or you think you get it together. So you're listening to your parents here and there, but then you still feel like you know it because you're more overpowered by you growing up and feeling you're a woman. So I think that 30-something is a good age.
Right.
Because you tend to learn the different stages of life, different things you go through, personal, business life, relationship, emotions, parenting, all of that, you learn that. So I think it is a good starting age.
Yeah, I agree. I was asked at a young age too to get married at the age of 19, and I turned that down because for me, being young, I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this yet. I still have a lot to learn, and sometimes you have men that want you to just be a housewife, and that's not me. When you have so much instilled in you that you need to bring out, you have such a gift in you, and I feel like a lot of times some men withhold that from you to bring out who you really are, so being a housewife at the time, no, that was not for me at a young age.
And my husband at the time when I was like my high school sweetheart.
Wow.
So we broke into that, and even going into the marriage stage, you realize we grow different, we grow apart. Like our mentality, everything changed as we got older, as we matured, after we started having children. So it was really a different mindset.
So by the time you guys already got married and lived together, like you started to see a change in some things too.
Like even within myself, like how she said, with you developing yourself, even some things within myself, because I wanted more. And he was on a different wavelength.
Right.
It goes back to when your parents say, I'm not saying, but you can wait. So now you understand what your parents were saying back then.
Yes. Wow, that's powerful.
And that's very important about being on different wavelengths, because you can usually when couples get together, the goal is to grow together, but oftentimes, unfortunately, you grow apart. And you do get on different wavelengths. So the goal really in marriage is to ensure that the vision is still the same, consistent throughout the years, as time goes on, and understanding each other through each stage of the marriage and each stage of the relationship, with career and with children, and even things that happen in life. Certain things can happen in life that can drastically change the entire dynamic, but staying on course and being, just on one accord is very important.
Yes, it is.
But I do agree, Juju.
Marriage is a beautiful thing, definitely, and I don't know about Nikki, but I believe one day it can happen again.
Yes, it's going to happen again for me.
Be optimistic.
I've met some clients that are so broken from their first marriage, and there was this time I posted on Facebook. What did I post? Something pertaining to being married before, and this lady came in my inbox and she was like, "Well, I married the devil, and I will never get married again." I said, "You can't say that. Sometimes, we put ourselves in situations and positions where we want what we want, and it's not that, God don't have you to be married, but that was just not His will sometimes. And sometimes it be the will of God, and you do get spiritual attacks as well, so you got to know the difference. And you got to be very prayerful about some things before you make these decisions.
Yes.
Because I have a sister that said before, spiritual sister, her first marriage is what she wanted, but it wasn't the will of God. And when you can admit your wrongs and you know that sometimes it's what you want and it's not the will of God, you would know, okay, that I made this was my error, not God.
Right.
And then sometimes God allows you to go through some things to teach you a lesson.
Yes.
You got you, His grace is with you, but you gotta go through.
You have to go through.
Yeah, you have to go through.
And sometimes, you know, you go through certain situations and it's a template, like you said, you want what you want, and it's not necessarily what God has in store for you.
Right.
You know, and that's why I'm a big proponent in just, even at a young age, just seeking after God. Many young women need that.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, just seek after God so that you can understand what His will and purpose is for your life. Because if you don't, then you'll oftentimes do what other people want you to do.
With other people, yes.
And
Yes,
that's
I do
what
agree.
I said earlier. That's why I love the fact that women today are now more intentional of who they are and developing themselves.
Yes, they are. You don't hear a lot of them sticking out marriages like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like really, like I'm not dealing with it. Point blank. That's it. You know. Some are willing to put up with it, but a lot aren't putting up with foolishness because they just feel that, you know, I don't think that he should have cheated, or I don't think that you should, you know, do stuff that's not of God in your marriage.
Right.
Committing adultery or having a baby. Why isn't it the same thing as adultery? But yeah. And that's a lot that women have to deal with, you know. It's really a lot. And the thing about it is some people are so boastful about it, you know, and they brag about it. So it's really a lot.
This goes back to communication, you know, sticking to the things that you want and what you don't want, sticking to the things that you will allow and what you would not allow, and ensuring that everything that you put on your list is met, and vice versa for men as well. And I also love the fact that men are able to articulate themselves nowadays as to what they want out of relationships and what they want out of women. So it's a good time to begin. Yes, everybody communicate and all will be well.
It's true. Communication is key.
Yes, it is.
To do.
Oh wow, I love it. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
That's right. This is my beautiful bride. Nikki, you want to see your hair, girl?
Yes. Oh wow. I need to leave him and just go straight to the church. Don't worry about the dress. Just go straight to the church. Okay, I'm loving it. Hair, makeup, nice.
Beautiful.
Yes. Wow.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Next, we'll have our beautiful Juju, who's getting her soft, elegant, nice loose curls on her hair. You ready, Juju?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Question, ladies. Okay, if you was married to a guy and say he had a blue thing. Anyway, he's doing well like for a year or so, and he had a blues in his job. Just hit me rock bottom. Would you stay with him? Would you encourage him? What would you do? Me personally, if he was the type of man who was there, who was pulling everything down, and he just so happens to lose everything, I would stay. And I would encourage him along the way once his mindset is trying to get back up, but not going left and turning to different women and different things. But I would stay.
I agree. I would stay as well. You know, especially if he was a provider. Definitely, I would stay and support the household where it needs to be supported. Love him through that. Think of new ideas of how to get back on your feet, and we're just gonna ride out the storm because it's only a season. You know?
Yeah. What about you?
Ride it out. I would do. I didn't have to stick it out. I didn't have to. I mean, I choose to. So I definitely would be there.
And I think it's good too because most of the women now, including myself, sometimes like in a younger stage, you always always felt like everything was about you, not about the man. So you feel like the man come and he provide, he do this, he do it. But I do feel like sometimes us as the women need to say, well, you know what, babe, this month I get this, or you know, let you go and enjoy yourself. So I think it's I would say too.
Yeah. There is this lady that I follow, and I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with her. But she spoke about her journey, like her journey with her husband, and she said when she met him, he did not have it. He was really broke, and a lot of her family members told her that, you know, don't stay with him because he was from the ghetto and he don't have it, and you know, he can't support you. Moving forward, they end up years later, he ended up being blessed, you know, or a found favor in his life, and she's to a place now where she don't need or want for anything. So she always talked a story, and she was like, you know, it wasn't easy raising kids in that state of not really having everything, and now she's to the place where she can provide for her kids and her mother and her family, you know. So sometimes it just, you gotta stick it out.
Yeah.
You should.
I think you should, and you know, you just hope that the other partner who has lost it all, in this case we're talking about the husband, doesn't become resentful of the fact that his wife is now the breadwinner. You know, have him understand that at the end of the day, the goal is to provide for the household, to meet the goals for the future and each other.
And just stepping in now where you would have stepped in. So it's just I'm stepping in now to support.
Yeah. So many times the working spouse gets, you know, the tongue lashing, a little bit of jealousy of what's not. So all of those things you have to be careful of.
Yeah, it's powerful. So when you ladies were married, were your husband more of the providers, or
Yes, I was a
he was a housewife?
Yeah, I was working. And
Wow.
I think after I started working, after 2 kids, I started working. After 2 kids, I started working. Yeah. Certain mentality or certain things changed.
Changed it.
Yeah.
Well, we both provided equally as young people, young parents. At the time, we only had one child before we started to have more children. So, yeah, it was the two of us.
So we are all done with our beautiful bride, our second look. Juju, do you want to see your hair, girl?
I absolutely do. I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am.
I love.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That compliments everything.
Wow. Oh my goodness, I am ready. Meet me to the altar. I will be there. Oh wow. This is nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness, today has been absolutely amazing from my makeup artist Kabuki. Flawless execution, just everything. And my amazing hairstylist, Nell Oliver. She did an amazing job. I love this hairstyle.
Yes, I'm very much so ready for the wedding. I want to thank the makeup artist, Kabuki. Very nice makeup. Light, soft. And my hairstylist, Stylist by Jay. Awesome.
It's been really good, you guys. I want to thank you for watching Studio Life with Nell Oliver. Stay tuned for the next.